When I first started teaching at CSUN, in the bigger classrooms, there wasn't a good way to use the boards to have all the students see it. And I traditionally or historically thought it was much more active to show them what I'm doing and write on the boards rather than passively give them notes and pictures and so forth. And Dr. Stein said, use my iPad, I just started using it in the classroom, you can draw on it, this and that. And I drew and it projected, and at that point I was sold. I wanted to find out if the process of students actually participating in class and working through a problem rather than just watching me work through one would actually help them be able to then work through a problem on their own. I started with what I called a pre-knowledge assessment, where I just gave them the problem and said, I don't expect you to know how to do this. This is just the baseline. We haven't talked about it yet. Do the best you can. I want to know what you guys know. I did an assessment in the class where I gave a traditional lecture, just me drawing, but not asking them to do anything. And then we did a problem together, and we probably spent about 10 or 15 minutes like we would normally do in the class for going through a process. What I found was in the pre-knowledge or the pre-know, 4% got all of them correct, just what they came in knowing. And then after traditional lecture with just drawing on the iPad, less than 40% got all the points for that problem. And then after I had them practice, over 90% got all the points for that problem. So what we found was that really making the students practice the problems and doing them themselves, rather than just drawing along with me, actually having them work through a problem, stumble at some point, get help from myself or their peers. We also allowed them to work together, really help them get through the parts that they would have been stuck on an exam. And so for the second assessment I did, I decided I wanted to look at retention also. And it was great to see that they're not just learning it for the first exam it's on or that day, that they're remembering it for the final exam. I think the students are excited about being more involved in their learning also. I'm certainly the most excited, especially since I can see from these assessments that it's working, that all this time and effort that we're stepping out of our comfort zone to do new things and make mistakes, that it's actually helping the students. And so that's the best part of this whole thing.